AI utilizes the power of machine learning in almost all the techniques. So what basically machine learning is, it's not like learning a machine. It's completely, it has the base of statistics, and few of the machine learning tools we have been using in statistics and data analysis. So basically, machine learning can be broadly categorized into uh, two kind of learning techniques: supervised and unsupervised. So we have any data, and we have labeled that data. So in that case, we will use supervised learning. If we have unlabeled data, then we can we use unsupervised learning. We will understand what do we mean by labeled and labeled data. And in supervised learning, again, we have two broad things which we use for any kind of analysis is the regression technique and classification. Similarly, in supervised, we have two things here. We used clustering and we use association tools. Okay, so we will understand what kind of things based on data set, what kind of techniques we should use. But let's understand data first. So in general, there are different ways of classifying a data. You must have read about it in different books and in different kind of theories. But in machine learning, we have a specifically categorization of data, where we categorize it into three formats. One is what we call as structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. So in structured data, we have dealt it with structured data in several in several fields. For example, we use it in SPSS or R or different other analyzing tools. So structured data is nothing but a tabular form of data, where we can put any data in the tabular form. We can put it in rows and columns. We have fields which we put it in different columns, and we have different records which form the rows. Analyzing it, we have different techniques. We use SPSS, we use R, we use Python, Tableau, and different even basic analysis can be done in Excel also. So this data, it is you can say that it is a bit simpler to analyze if we compare it with semi-structured and unstructured. So what is semi-structured and unstructured data? Semi-structured data, it is not in the tabular form. It can be in different other formats. For example, we have a format called JSON. We have a format called as XML. So these are the formats where most of the web portals, for example Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, these portals, they can generate few data which can be put in tabular format, but most of them, they are in the format of XML or JSON. So it's not not that much typical, but yes, a little bit typical than this tabular format. It is a kind of for example, let me actually show you the example of JSON data. If you Google it, you will find that JSON. So, so this is a format like uh, yes. So it is quite similar to HTML. If you must have heard about it, it is the basic scripting. It is a basic language uh, where we use it to develop different kind of websites. Hypertext markup language. So it it stores the data in this format. So name is John, age is 38, car is null. So this is the format. It is not in the form of table. And as I said, most of the portals, they don't generate data in the form of table. It generates the data in the form of these formats. You can convert most of them in the tabular format, but to it will require some kind of effort. Uh, but if you are able to analyze the data in this format only, then it will be easier to build an AI based system. So we will have to understand these data formats and how to handle it if we want some kind of data analytics, or we want to build some kind of AI based system uh, for e-commerce. Okay, so this is the second kind of data format. The third form is unstructured. One of the surveys says that in the world, all the data, the world of all the data sets generated, only 20% comprises of structured data, and 80% of data is in either in the form of semi-structured or in the form of unstructured, and most of them are actually unstructured. So unstructured data, it is a random data. So it can be, you can say that any kind of audio data, image, uh, web links, videos, or any kind of data which which you cannot put it in the tabular format, or maybe in the form of in JSON format, or in the format, it these kind of data. So we need to build you know we need to have a AI based system which can analyze, which can understand this kind of data also. So unstructured data, handling unstructured data, is quite difficult if we compare it with structured data, but we have to understand and build the system which can handle unstructured data, if not completely, but if it can handle it in partial form.